San Diego County Office of Education board member Mark Powell joined on local news this morning with the owner of Jolla Alcohol Research, Maury Cole, giving details on the new, quote, educational device that Cole invented called the E-Vape. Find out more on this edition of Industry Insider. Hello and welcome to another edition of Industry Insider. This new device claims to allow students to see firsthand the effects that vaping has on the lungs, but the local news segment seemed to raise more questions than answers. The E-Vape team lugged a giant set of plastic lungs purchased from Alibaba.com onto the set, hooked up to a couple tubes, 2 iPads, and a bunch of other junk they had cobbled together. They proceeded to explain that the display is meant to show youth what happens when vapor enters the lungs. They continued on to explain that their new tech also utilizes facial recognition to map out the face of the user and show the long-term effects of using, quote, vape drugs over time. Both representatives scrambled to explain how, quote, cutting edge their technology is and went on elaborating how young people are using concealed vape devices to dose up with drugs like methamphetamine at schools. The 3 talking heads on screen showed a blatant disregard for factual evidence and used the entire 5-minute slot to push their new tech to local school districts in hopes that they might be able to get some local school assemblies to snag some district cash. Using fear-mongering as the sole product pitch, the segment contained some pretty jarring clips like these.
Yes. And you, sir, your company has created an e-vape device to show kids, to educate the kids and their families what happens when you vape. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what kids are doing is they're bringing in devices like this. This device will look like a regular watch for an athletic watch, but when you depress this button on the side and you pull this face out, it's actually a vaping pen or vaping device. You also have a memory stick. You find this in everybody's backpack. In actuality, it's a vape device where the drugs or nicotine go in here. So you have a hoodie sweatshirt. This little strand right here is actually part of the pipe. And the pipe is hidden inside the hood itself.
Yes. Are you working with schools? Are we already at that point where you're going to be going to schools, or is it not there yet?
It's not there yet, but we're getting very close. I've been working with San Diego School Board. They've been looking at this product already. As a matter of fact, this is the machine that we use in research labs today.
Wow, and
right.
That's all part of it.
So when they're vaping methamphetamine and some of these other drugs, they'll see their own face start to change over time. But we're going to add like a shock value element to it where the tablet is going to send them a text message. And say that they died in the night for drug complications, and then they have to come into class the next morning and do the mathematics of death.
Do you think that this product even really works when the creators can barely grasp the technology that they seek to, quote, educate youth about? Moreover, why are these individuals even getting screen time after CDC data disproved the correlation between ENDS products causing both EVALI and the youth vaping crisis? Please share your thoughts with us down below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell button to keep up to date with all of our Fight for Flavors content. This has been Nick with Industry Insider, and we'll see you next time.